That's some bull. That's some stuff based on distraction. Now, I just want to give a couple other things we need to put forth on the chart. If you go get the movie Brother, Where Art Thou? We talked about this, I think. Brother, Where Art Thou? Because it shows in that movie that the KKK was an advanced organization, just like I told you they were. It's not no two in the back of people in that movie. They had a real deal ritual going on. And they had color guards, they had the formation just like West Point. And all of that. Now, they had all that going on in that particular movie. So get that movie, Brother, Where Art Thou? Also get the movie because they got the three sisters in the movie. Three sisters I talk about, these three spiritual energies. Now, like I said now, okay, now, like I told you, some of this stuff is not going to come from what you think it is. And I need to go into some of this, what's going on, because a lot of the healing things now, because of the atmosphere has changed, and because of the astronomical cycle has changed, even holistic healing in the traditional level, a lot of that particular energy is burned up, and you're going to have to go into new eon energy. Now, the three sisters is in the movie Brother, Where Art Thou? The three women, and they got a jug on their goddamn hand telling them to go to sleep, little baby. And they got the jug. They come in with the damn elixir. And what I'm trying to tell you is in the movie Brother, Where Art Thou? The three sisters is in the damn movie. Now, three sirens. Now, what I'm trying to tell you is these entities came, and we're going to break down what's going on as far as the difference between the entities of yesterday and the entities that's coming now, so that you can be clear. These entities that came, they came from the underworld or the outer world or the mental world. Those particular entities, when they came and they gave that elixir, they was given that elixir, that liquor, for one reason. When all shit fails you and ain't nothing working, you're going to have to rely on some alternative stuff. Now, I've been using this thing for damn near anything. This shit is a cure-all. You know, like I say, made one sister breast get bigger. Made her damn breast get bigger. This is a cure-all. You see what I'm saying? This elixir. And that's because it has nothing to do with the actual liquor. The liquor is a porthole, a spiritus, which means spirit. Oteacher, T-Acher, Sheola. And I need to give these out. We need to give out at least the 8. Oteacher. O-T-E-A-N-C-H-A. That's Bobby Hemmitt spelling. Since the motherfucker came to me, goddamn it, that's how the shit spells. I spelled how shit sounds. Not how the Europeans say some shit is. Like that shit. Them motherfuckers got some shit don't even be right. I mean, don't even sound the same way. Well, that's the way our shit supposed to sound like the phonics or how shit sounds. That's the African way. So, O-Teacher, T-H-A. T-E-A-Y-C-H-A. T-H-A. Sheola. S-H. Sheola. S-H-A-Y-O-L-A. Sheola. S-H-A-Y-O-L-A. Like Crayola?
Do a teacher again.
O-Teacher. O-T-E-A-N-C-H-A. O-Teacher. T-H-A. Sheola. Or spell it like you like. That's how you do the shit. O-Teacher. Lavado, that's on the fucking flyer, man. L-A-V-A-D-O. Now, then there's Omogumu. That's, let's see, O-M-O-G-U-M-M-U. Omogumu. Shumala. S-H-U-M-L-A. Shumala. Yeah, S-H-U-M-A-L-A. Shumala. Spell it like another fucking sound. Shumala. So that's Oteacher, T-H-A, Sheola, Shumala, Omagumbu, Alcala. That's A-L-K-A-L-A. Alcala. K-A-L-A. Alcala. Kakumbo. That's a C-H. That's a C-H-A-C-U-M-B-O. Kakumbo. And Lokeo. L-O-K-A-Y-O. Lokeo. So there's Shumala, Omagumu, Lokeo, Kakumbo, Oteacher, T-H, Sheola. And last Lavado. L-A-V-A-D-O. Now, huh? No, that's just the three. That's just I was just showing you the academic part of how I trace Oteacher, T-H, Sheola to the three goddesses in the Sothis boat. The Oracle Sothis. There's three goddesses in the boat. Satis, Satis, Anukis, and Sothis. It's in I hope I got the page. It's in the Sirius mystery. So I traced them to that. That's the academic part. But Oteacher, T-H, Sheola. Now, the one that I just gave you. Now, let me explain this to you how this motherfucking shit is powerful. There's 19. I gave you, how many is that? I think that's 8. That's 9 right there? Okay, that's 9. That's 9. There's 11 more, but I got to do the work on them to synthesize them down. But what I'm trying to tell you is this. Now, try to understand this. The names of these entities that we get could be a name that you get of these things you see printed in age-old material from ancient Egypt on back and all these things. Those names were synonymous to an astronomical and astrological sequence of that particular time. And because that particular astrological sequence or astronomical sequence is not in this particular time, that name does not have power to work anymore. You see what I'm saying? So, when these entities started coming back, they started coming back with their new names, their original names of the return, but the new names are what they want you to call them. So when they came back with these names, that means when you invoke these shits, the power. You know, I was working with these. I would call out all these guys. You know, the last year I've only used these gods here only out of all the entities because they are living entities. I'm trying to give you something that works. Because the other stuff, you call on all the other stuff, even what you talk about. Now, you got to understand the difference now. There's seraphonic energies and there's cherubonic energies. Now, understand the difference. The gods that we pray to in the Yoruba, the Voodoo, the Egyptian, and all of those, most of those are seraphonic energies. Those are shining solar divas. That means that they set over creation. Those are the children of pristine deities that was before creation in the what they call uncreate. They are anti-gods. It just means that the gods set over creation. What we're dealing with here is science. We ain't dealing with good and evil. We ain't dealing with all that kind of shit. We're trying to show you sequences in science and formulas. Now try to understand me. You have the uncreate, the chaos realm, the Asura realm. The Asuras were eclipsed by the Devas. The Titan realm, which was eclipsed by the Olympian realm. The Typhon realm, which was eclipsed by the Amen realm. Try to understand the difference. There's solar orders, which is comprised in this particular creation, however long it's been. But there was what was called primal worlds that existed prior to this world. Our world is built on several primal worlds that existed prior to those worlds. Those worlds lasted about as long as creation in this world lasted with our children. Now try to understand this. That those entities, those Asura entities that existed before the creation realm in the new class of gods, those particular ones became humans. And in so many words, they became dormant and slept. They are inside of us. Everybody knows this. I've been talking about this for years. Now, the other realm, the Diva realm, the Sura realm, or they call it the Diva Shanic plane. You got to understand these realms. Because if you fucking around and thinking the Diva Shanic plane is going to save you, what's happening is you call on them. Those entities, our entities in the Sura realm got old and went to sleep. They was around for umpteen billion years, then they got old, and then they went to sleep. And their children eclipsed them and took over. Now, that realm, those children are now old and going to sleep. Why do you think they have to, in the Yoruba, in the Vodun, they got to constantly feed them and give them sacrifice and give them the blood? Because in the blood is the leftover stuff from the Sura realm, and they feed off of that energy. But they are now going to sleep. They're dying. And now what is happening here is the Asura realm is now waking up. Lo and behold, the words, the work, now you got to understand this thing here. Get the tape and study it. The names that I just gave you were the Asura realm that used to be the realm that existed before creation. They have woke up and they have awakened, and they came with these new names. They said an emperor needs a new name. Remember in the movie Never Ending Story, the first one, they said you got to call on the new name. These are magical formulas. You see what I'm saying? Why I say that? I said because, like I say, in the other traditions like the Voodoo and the Yoruba, you got millions of people doing sacrifice to these particular entities. And as a result, the plane is getting saturated because it's such a growing religion. It was never supposed to be a world religion like Christianity. It was supposed to be a priestly group that honed into this particular energies. Now you got thousands and thousands, like I said, 3 million white practitioners in Europe alone in the United States. That's not including the Santeria world. Millions of whites filtering into the voodoo. You see what I'm saying? In the voodoo. So the only thing that was the most powerful was the Congo rites. That was the Apollo. That's why you don't see nothing on the internet or nothing and stuff like that. That was your Sura. That was your Asura realm, the last little piece that was left. Now, those particular realms, they have illuminated. And so what's happening is, those particular realms have come out of the dark now, they've taken to light. And so therefore, the names that I just gave you is the most powerful now. Okay, it's the most powerful now, and they are the most powerful because they are the new entity. They call them new gods. So what I'm trying to tell you here is, they don't need the kind of sacrifice. The only thing they need is the only thing they gave me was some elixir. They need you to drink it, or they need you to spit it, or they need you to do what you want to do with it. But all I know is when I'm coming down with some shit, I hit that elixir. Because the first thing I said, putting that pipe in my goddamn house. And the Sister Kilmer said, you better keep a lot of elixir around. So what I do, I hit that goddamn elixir when I get up in the morning, and when I go to bed. You see what I'm saying? I hit that damn elixir and jam that damn music, or whatever. What's that?
So Anubis is part of the new.
No, that's Anubis. That was Anubis, which is the name of the that particular Southeast Satis in Anubis. That's just the academic part I was trying to give you of the three sisters, Oticha, T.H. Sheola.
No, I mean as far as earlier, as far as they come with the traffic stuff and.
Oh, Anubis, that's just Anubis is the guardian of the gateway. Actually, Anubis is actually that dark realm, the dark side realm. They talk about that's actually Zarabanda in the Apollo mysteries and stuff. Anubis represents that particular gateway into the underworld. or what they call a chthonic world, or mental. So yeah, that anubis, you put that on the car, and that can do it. But you can spit them 3 sisters in the car also too. But I'm trying to tell you things that work. Why? Because the astronomical cycles is on. And what's happening, see, the white boy said, we in Peter Carroll's book, Leaving All in the Psychonaut, Introduction into Chaos Magic, they say that we need to get some type of magic so when we behind them barbed wire fences, we can come up out of them barbed wire fences when the cracker lock us down, when the Illuminati locks us down. Now listen to me. They've been dealing with chaos magic, but they're white folks.
Right.
So they've been dealing with shit, and the stuff they've been putting together, the shit don't work because it's a genetic bloodline. It's coming from the ghetto. So they done got these systems, Legal Chaos, Introduction to Chaos, Magic, Prime Chaos, all these particular things. But these particular books and stuff, they're trying to get a new magic. They've been trying to get a new magic for the last 20-something years. But they're white folks. They're disconnected from the bloodline. Don't let no motherfucker tell you it's about us. Don't let nobody tell you. No matter how we express ourselves. It's metaphysical quote, I got it. From the 5th grade to goddamn 38, I just was in the streets. I mean, I was always doing something. You know, but like I was saying, you know, I went on another mode and I got domesticated and I don't do nothing. I would take this leisure shit to another level. I don't do nothing. I get up in the morning, I'm like shit. Piss, eat, sleep, listen to music, drink the elixir, go to sleep. I don't do a damn thing. That's why I say, now, I told him, I said, man, after getting on this one, like the brother was saying, you know, I couldn't do that, man, you know, I got, but I said, it's a zone you get into, you know, it's a zone. I had to get out the house every day and all. Anybody who used to try to call me a 99 on back, you wouldn't be able to catch me. But shit, nah, I don't do a damn thing. I took this leisure shit to another level. Another damn level. You know, sleep in the nude. Yeah. Have it all, you know. Shit, you know. Hit up the Kroger. I tell you, man, my shit is like, you know, you talking about shiftless Negro? They talking about shiftless. I'm a shiftless master. I don't do a damn thing. That's leisure now. So when I say I'm broke, believe me, I will enjoy my poverty. I don't work. So therefore, you know, I'm broke as hell. And it got even worse. It got even worse than shit, you know what I'm saying, and all, you know. But I swear to God, I don't do shit. You know, like I say, I might get 1 lecture, 2 lectures a month, and other than that.
Why did I? How way did I have the lectures all over the country like you?
Basically, well, number one, it's just like anything else. The era was last 10 years on back and stuff, but it's just like anything else and stuff. We live in this culture is a bad culture, so it's not just black people. Everything is into something new. You know what I'm saying? Into something new. It's called postmodern society. You know, they got to have the new and stuff like that and all, you know. And they fool us on all this kind of shit here, so that's very interesting. I'm going to give a couple of things here, a couple other things. Here's a Newsweek article, Reborn in the USA. This is with Bruce Springsteen on the cover. This came out on August 5th of this month, but here it is, Exhibit 8. We've been talking since 1995 about how it was taking people out of the projects, and we don't know where the people are. Well, here it is. They're talking about a long way home, and they're talking about Chicago is raising its crime-infested towers to resettle the poor, but prejudice and tight rental markets are hampering the big plan. Now, this is the key. This year, they're talking about resettling the poor. First of all, they resettle the people in the projects from 95 on in to 99. So why are they talking about resettling them now? See, they already know they got rid of them, but they know that they got to give some type of explanation. So when people ask, what happened to the people in the project? The first thing what happen is, you go, oh, they had a Newsweek article. They resettled them. And so this is their way of giving you some type of document to make it valid. Remember, you see what I'm saying? They make things valid. They are the criteria of thought now. So therefore, only thing they got to do is to give you an article, and some person will justify in their mind. It goes again, that's that Hestia complex I was talking about. We don't like to see trauma. So therefore, if we can justify in our mind that Master got it all right, then we can live by it.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? We can live by that. You see what I'm saying? So we can justify it in our mind. So this is what they're doing. They're giving the explanation. But yet, they're talking about they're resettling the projects now. They don't resettle the projects 5 years ago, 4 years ago, 3 years ago. You see? But they got to give the explanation when somebody asks the question, what happened to all those people in the projects? You didn't build no new homes. You didn't, you know what I'm saying? So they have to give you an explanation. So this is another way of the way they do these things. If they can somehow give you a TV program or give you some type of thing in print, they can justify it. And you will go with this other than going with your own common sense. You see what I'm saying? And that's the way it is. They are the thought. The European model is the criteria of thought now. And whatever they say goes. You know what I'm saying? Whatever they say goes now. You know, I mean, like I said, in 2001, Bush was a bumbling idiot. Now he's the greatest person ever.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So this, so it's all in the movie Harrison Bergeron. Get that movie, Harrison Bergeron. Like I said, I went to Kansas City back in May of this year, and they had the Egyptian Book of the Dead floating around in America. So what happened was this here. What happened was this. The Book of the Dead is the book of coming forth by date, the judgment scene, which is the oldest book in the world. They took that shit and got it out of Britain, because you know the British had it since Budge and all of them translated it, or since they found this papyrus of Annie in the 1800s. The British Museum had it. But they made sure when the millennium came, this thing was not on British soil. Because you know, they had all those curse with the mummies and all of that type of thing. Even the curse of the mummy on the Titanic. You heard about that one and stuff. So this is the book of all books. This is the judgment scene where the biblical judgment scene and any other judgment scene comes from. It's the oldest book in the world. So they made sure that they took the oldest book in the world and they transported this thing in America. I saw it in Kansas City, and they only put the judgment scenes. And I saw it in Kansas City, and it's traveling around the country. I just want to give a couple of other places if you're in the area. If anybody gonna be on the West Coast, it's in San Francisco. Well, it just left San Francisco on the 3rd. The next place will be Minneapolis Institute of Art in Minneapolis, Minnesota. So I'm just saying, if you're in the area, it's going to be there from December the 22nd to March the 16th. Then, if you're going to be in the Chicago area, it's going to April 26th to August the 10th. That's a long time. They're going to have it in Chicago, the Field Museum, Chicago, Illinois. And from September the 21st, I hope we don't get to that part, September the 21st, 1993. To 1994, until January 1994, it's going to be in Baltimore, Maryland. And I keep saying 1990. I don't know what the hell I'm stuck with. The hell
You know what year it is?
shit, you ain't bullshit. I just keep the years out. Let's see. December the 22nd is going to be in Minneapolis. And in August of next year, it will be in Chicago. And then in September of next year, it will be in Baltimore, Maryland. This thing was on the East Coast, and they've been keeping this shit quiet. This is not this particular exhibit is not some little random offshoot shit. They always have a little couple of little old mummies come through Atlanta, some old shit from the Ptolemy period. You know what I'm saying? Some old insignificant stuff. All of the great pharaohs and all of the stuff is in this particular exhibit. But the Book of the Dead, the judgment part is there. Now why is that? Because they have to get that Book of the Dead. They know that it's the oldest book of spells. So they know that they know that the mother country, which is England, which runs shit. You didn't know that the first motherfucker fired on Afghanistan was what?
British.
The British. The hell they firing on Afghanistan was some building falling down here.
Right.
You see, but Tony Blair is the father of that shit. He the father of Bush. You see what I'm saying? And you know, coming from the mother country. So they had to get that off of British soil and brought it to America. You see what I'm saying? Because they know there's some shit going down. Well, that goes to tell you that judgment scene is here in America. You see, in America. Very key what we're dealing with at this particular time. Just going through a couple of things. I just want to, I don't want to leave out nothing while we're dealing with stuff. So, let's see here. Anybody saw the movie Time Machine?
Yes.
Go with that. Isn't it funny that all the women was light-skinned black women?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Wasn't no white women, anything, was light-skinned black women. Which leads us to that particular, somebody asked the question about why they putting these black women, pairing them up with the white boys in the movies. Like this movie, when they gave the Academy Award to Halle Berry, they were telling white people, it's okay, your man might be in jail, but we might get a motherfucking hillbilly fucking his sister, chewing the back of motherfucker, take care of you. Ain't that a bitch? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, and they put this as the Academy Award. You know what I'm saying? A damn Bojangle hillbilly. You see what I'm saying? Jeffro Bodine motherfucker will take care of black women. But Jet Magazine said, last 3 years has been an advance increase in the sisters not going with the white boys. Now you know the black man abandoned the sister a long time ago. He started his bullshit in the 60s. In retreat from the black woman. In mass. You know what I'm saying? But this here was a campaign that started in the movies. They with the movie Ballroom. They had a couple of movies. Ballroom. This one with Halle Berry. Mission Impossible. She get ready to go with James Bond this time and fuck him.
Yeah.
You know, they did a lot of this stuff. It's tons of it. And as a result, they know that they can gear a certain thing because the sisters, you know, like I said, the sisters are that Bestia complex. If they ain't got no black man, damn sure ain't gonna fucking run out here with no goddamn money. You know what I'm saying? So, what little niggas out here and stuff, the ones who got something already got too many. But the ones who ain't got no money, they just ass out of luck. So they figure they can get this damn, this white boy. You see, now what is all this dealing with? Remember now, this is dealing with genetic breeding. They're trying to breed themselves into the hereafter.
Right.
Prince's last album was talking about the shit. About how, you know, you can either be a slave or you can sell out. But if you sell out, he said the game is to mix the messianic bloodline with what he said, mix the messianic seed with other races. Even Prince, his head might ask me what time it was in his last album was talking about that whole thing and stuff like that and all. So my point here is, they said it's going to increase, so they're pushing for this type of thing, but the spiritual aspect is they're trying to save themselves. They are very scared right now.
Right.
They're scared. They're trying to save themselves and stuff like that. And if you don't think it, remember these people sit around the clock. Remember when they broke, like I said, they broke the seals, they broke the mystery of $10 million going into the American History Department every year. They didn't know what this money was for. And this money was for the study of all types of what they got to do as far as our history. They study us around the clock. Another thing also too, when Jules Pookrum spoke here back here in the fall of the year, no, in the spring of the year, and said how they got a whole research center in the bottom of Grady. It says the research center of Grady Memorial Hospital to the black man and black woman research or something like that. You see what I'm saying? Huh?
Prostrate. Instead of the prostrate person.
Well, no, they said so. They got a whole research study down there, everything. I knew it was a guinea pig hospital for years. But she also said, which was key, that most radio stations used to be 100,000 watts. There's now, it says 100,000 watts, but they cut back on the wattage. And they said black people in those areas are getting sick now, where they don't have that wattage. Same thing I was telling you about in my tape, Music and Melody. So there was that link between our music, you see what I'm saying, and our healing. You see, and so she bared witness to what I said in the Music and Melanin, where basically they cut down on the actual music and is messing with that type of thing. I said now, one of the keys to override the CD, which is the hologram, is to get you graphic equalizer. I talked about that before. I talked about, now that you're dealing with me, I got a $1,400 Carver system I got, you know. I got it for $5, but you know, on layaway and shit, and had a sister pay for it. You know what I'm saying? I do the black man shit, you know. What's yours is mine, and what's mine is mine. Anyway, this shit here plays CDs to the level of an album or the LP. But like I said, if you got LPs, crank them back up, graphic equalizer. But if you got CDs, graphic equalizer. That's why I said it's more the stuff that's not coming with tape 1 and tape 2, especially tape 2 monitor. So anything from 99 on back, and some 2000 like your Onkyo still has tape 2 monitor and all of that type of stuff. But if you could get the graphic equalizer, but then again, since crack cocaine, the pawn shops is filled up with this kind of shit. You know, you can get this stuff for nothing. But that's the key. You see what I'm saying? Since the little crack cocaine, man, just put a surplus of all kind of electronics in there. You know, but graphic equalizer is the key to deal with that type of science. A couple other things also. They have all kind of stuff on the internet about water therapy. Water is the key. That is, they got people curing disease by drinking excess amount of water. When I look something such as this, you ever drink, take time to drink. Last night I drank 3 tall glasses of water down right after each other, and damn it, I could kill myself. I was literally sitting as a damn dog. You know, I was literally sick as a dog, so you know that it's got to have something that's powerful. You see what I'm saying? Because I drank big tall glasses, because the entity came and said, I need water. We need water. That's the key. That's the key. You see what I'm saying? We talk about the inner planes. So much material on that whole thing. Heaven is within. You see, we're going to get into that particular science. So they're curing people with water therapy. What's that?
Urine therapy?
Oh yeah, there's plenty of stuff on the urine therapy and stuff like that and all. You know, they had a thing on cave-in the 80s in Egypt. And they had a bunch of people trapped under the ground. The guy told them to drink their urine, and nobody would do it. And they was trapped down there for like about a week or 2 weeks. And when they dug him out, he was the only one living. You see, but basically what the mystery is on that is, and especially, and I think it's the kind in the morning and stuff. Now, basically what you can do with this thing here, they're talking about not just for drinking or something or whatever, they're talking about just for healing, period. You see what I'm saying? Healing period and all. And the best one is when you wake up, because it has all the melanin in it. You see what I'm saying and all. So yeah, that's you know, that's some things, you know, there's all kind of options on that type of stuff and all. You know, but the most powerful shit also too is called collars. There's all kind of stuff and material on this type of stuff here. Now, you will probably get it in this book, Sexual Alchemy. And Sexual Alchemy talk about that, and that is sexual fluids. You see what I'm saying? That's called collars. That's advanced shit. They got whole stuff at the University of Chicago that they deal with all that kind of stuff here and all. So if the woman, you got one that let the waters flow, that's some healing shit. That's some healing stuff and all, you know. That's some healing stuff. You see, so let them want to bathe you. You see what I'm saying? That's some healing stuff. Also, too, if you get that type of stuff here, is basically what you do is to let it seep into, but it's going to do it anyway because we're talking about an astral energy. But just don't jump right up and go to the bathroom and wash off and stuff, wallow in it, at least overnight, till you go to sleep and go into that astral realm and stuff like that. No. Then what happens is you catch that type of energy. This is all, and I've got countless hours on the whole sexual magic thing, the whole sexual magic thing. There's so much books on that type of thing. But we're talking about collars, Ojas, Shakti, Gunners, Russers, Tammers. These are the alchemical fluids that they talk about. That they talk about. Now this is interesting here now because this is all kind of psychological things here that's going on. The reason why we're left behind and we're such a clandestine people and stuff in a particular aspect, and nobody don't want to hear with this shit you talking, is that black people don't have to improve themselves no more because psychologically the only thing a slave wants is approval to the master. So because he's giving us honorary white people citizenship, we feel that improving upon yourself as far, and I'm not talking about improving upon yourself to be the best nigga you can be around here and stuff, you know what I'm saying? Driving your cars and, you know what I'm saying, and all this kind of shit. I'm talking about improving yourself is doing something within the upliftment of the race, like Marcus Garvey said. In this particular case, we know now we're talking about spiritual things.
Right.
It's kind of too late for all that other damn dumb shit. You wasting your time out here with signs and shit like that, protesting for a bunch of handkerchief head niggas and all that kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said before, that's what the government wants you to do now. They're going to shoot a lot of niggas and drag some niggas behind the cars and all kind of things. We got enough black people that's going to protest behind that, but that's not what time it is. You got to have some people that are on a higher level of understanding. We're talking about spiritual purposes, and when we talk about spiritual purposes, we're not talking about inspiration, which is your four major religions. We're talking about the science. We're not talking about feel-good inspiration and stuff like that. No, that is for the neophyte. That is for the chillins. We're talking about higher levels of consciousness and all. So and the reason why most people don't do it at all because they are accepted by a slave master. And that's the reason why they got Colin Powell's ass up there and the rest of these doggone Negroes and stuff like that. Even what's his name came out and called them house niggas. Harry Belafonte. Ain't that a bitch? Here's the motherfucker told this black wife, I know I got several kids by you, but I just got this white woman pregnant, so I got to divorce you and do the right thing. And to marry the white woman. But still, yeah. He said they had house niggas up in there. In so much as he's like, because he's talking about some dangerous Negroes. These Negroes will do what the hell they want to do. You see what I'm saying? So this is very key. What's going on? Because they had that UN weapons inspector that said that ain't no shit in damn in Iraq. It's fucked up. That he was over there. They ain't got nothing. And what they doing, they throwing stones at him. Because it's all about getting some people over in there. And that's what we get ready to get into in a few minutes. What is that about? What is the real reason for going into Iraq? There's always a spiritual reason. You understand what I'm saying? It ain't about no oil because Saddam Hussein works for the United States government. Now they went in and got Noriega ass.
Right.
Of course you ain't seen his ass since they got him. He's probably on some island somewhere sipping daiquiris.
Yes, sir.
Job well done, Noriega. But my point here is, when your black ass do something, they don't have no problem coming and getting your ass.
Right.
Right? And they can go and get this nigga if they wanted him.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? That's no problem going and getting somebody. You see what I'm saying? When they want to leave the army out, his ass is gone. You see what I'm saying? So this is some bullshit. He's working for the United States government. That's the first thing you got to understand.
Yes, sir.
That's the first thing. He works for them. That's why they say his ass. They even had some movie about it. They say, yeah, every time they want to start up something, they bring Saddam out. Right. He raises a little hell. They drop a few bombs. He go back under, and it distracts people. You got to understand, this has nothing to do with, this has nothing to do with anything of some oil and all that old crazy shit. You see what I'm saying? This is, I'm going to tell you the spiritual things behind it too. There's some spiritual things, and that's when we're going to get into this history of Lavado. This is the other thing also too, and one sister brought this to my attention. You used to go, and every corner had a payphone. Now you fuck around and get downtown and you ain't got a cell phone. Try to find a payphone, you gotta walk down there 2 miles. Then that motherfucker gonna damn near cost you $1. You drop 50 cents up in that thing, 35 cents gonna come back. Or you know, whatever. It take all your little money. But I'm trying to say, it's just interesting that there are no payphones. That means that they want everybody to be tracked. You see what I'm saying? Under the satellite. Why is it that your phone, you can fly across the country and your phone, when you touch down, the time you done changed. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
I got this AT&T broadband shit, and motherfucker, the lights go out and everything. That goddamn clock come right back on. See what I'm saying? You see, that's because that's that satellite type thing. You see what I'm saying? That's that satellite thing. Very key. Now, Brother David was talking about, there you go? Yeah, his significant other was talking about that she was warned by the Arabs that told the people not to drink the Coke after August the 26th, I think. Told them not to drink no Coke product, which was very interesting because, man, this Kroger right here, they had a field day on the Coke products and stuff for 99 12 packs for 99 cents. You see what I'm saying? So apparently the Arabs were under some type of intelligentsia. They have regrouped. What they have done is they've been under such scrutiny the last year until what they have done is come up and they got groups that come out and they try to study the next movement where they're going to pin some shit on the Arabs. But what they don't understand is they say, because this Negro time now pinning stuff on us. But I swear them old sand monkeys, because they ain't shit either. You know what? I fuck them.
Right.
So them motherfuckers the first to start the slave trade.
Right.
They got slavery going on to this day.
Right.
So yeah, kick the Arab in his fucking ass too.
Right.
He ain't ILI.
That's right.
White ass thick Arab. It'll motherfucker wipe their hand with their ass.
Okay.
Ain't my ally. You crazy? We're world class people. We gonna ally with a motherfucker wipe his ass with his hand.
That's right.
With his left hand. Girl, you out your mind? You bust a damn fool. But anyway, this is what people got slavery going on now. So the hell with them. I mean, we was in Philadelphia, and it was raining hard. Me and the brother by Cece, and I said, and so he waved his Arab back down to ask him. The Arab had the window down. He said, "You know what street?" So there's a street about 2 miles up. He said, "You know where that is?" The Arab said, "I'll take you. Come on, get in." So we got in, and he was assalamu alaikum, brother, and all that kind of shit, and all, you know. And Abasi to have a kufi, and he was just as nice. And we got to stick together. I said, "Oh, I see what it is. This some 9/11 shit." They got kicked in the ass, now they want some fucking allies. Fuck them. They ain't shit. But sand monkeys, that got black people enslaved to this day. We need to be clear on that shit. They started the fucking slave trade. The white man learned half of his shit from the Arab, and their slave trade continued damn near what? Another 100 years. Well, as a matter of fact, apparently they never stopped. You see what I'm saying? So it's very key that we understand that type of stuff that's actually going on. But they was talking about this Coca-Cola, and they was talking about this particular Coca-Cola. Now it's interesting here because now who saw the movie Signs? Remember, like I always said, when a sci-fi movie or a horror movie come out, go see it. Because it always put the stuff in there. Like the movie with Wesley Snipes. Here's a whole movie done last year, went straight to video, done in Canada, about Washington, D.C., about a man who moves to D.C. and starts killing people with a gun, and the same gun that John Muhammad had is the same gun that Wesley Snipes has, and there's another black man in the movie. So here it is, they always put it in the movies before they tell you what the hell they gonna do. So always go see. But in the movie Signs, supposed to be these aliens came down and shit, and they supposed they had killed them with water. Well, the universe is damn near supposed to be cosmic water. If there's anything on damn enhance somebody, but what happened was, but before they killed them with water, the little girl said, in the middle of the movie, she said that the water is contaminated.
Right.
And they said they found a way to kill them through the water. Now what are they talking about? First of all, there ain't no motherfucking aliens coming with no green heads and all that shit. The aliens is us, the people who was here in the beginning.
Right?
You the only goddamn, ain't no green, fuck a damn green head motherfucker coming any damn way. I got no problem with a motherfucking white one, let alone some green motherfucker. See what I'm saying?
Yeah, you know, Xbox is coming out with a new game, something funk, and it got like a black character with like a third leg or something.
Well, you know, it's interesting because we found out that the origin of the alien thing is coming from the Crawley's picture of Lamb
Yeah, man.
in 1919 at Greenwich Village Art Exhibit. And they took that one and they took it and replaced it with the big eyes. When Crawley first got it, he saw a picture of an Imhotep, big head, what they call dolichocephalic head person from the Nile Valley. He saw an Imhotep figure, and he altered the nose to make it thinner, and the eyes and the lips to make them thinner. But they took that picture of Lamb. I got a picture of Lamb. No, I don't think I brought it. They took that picture of Lamb, L-A-M, this entity that he saw on the astral plane, which is nothing but an astral being what we would call a spirit, or an entity. And that particular picture aired in Greenwich Village in 1919. And from that, they put the big bug eyes, and that's the same one they've been selling motherfuckers on. So anyway, but these ones in here, now the ones in this particular movie, they were green. That's Osiris. That's chlorophyll, that's melanin. That's the green one, El Kedar in Arabic, but that's the Osiris. So green equals black. Because Osiris is the god of the perfect black, but he's also seen as the green god. You see, a fertility. You see what I'm saying? Now, so you understand the signs, if you understand the ancient motifs. Now, they come in, they're an alien. What happens? They said that they found a way to kill them with the water. But the girl said the water was contaminated. Now, break this shit down on what they're talking about. We are the ones they're talking about, the reptilians, which means the Kundalini energy, or the Uraeus crown, all this stuff, the third eye. We are the alien that they're talking about. The Draconians, the Typhonians, we are those particular ones. So if they're saying that they got a way to kill them, and they kill them with contaminated water, not water, it was the contaminated water. That means your water system, your water supply. They told you that motherfucking shit in 3 the hard way. 1974. You see what I'm saying? So they had a way to kill them. So they was talking about the water. That's why they dug up my fucking sidewalk the other day and put that new pipe up in that shit. You know what I'm saying? You know, but like I told you, I got the juice. The elixir. Here it is, the snake oil treatment. You know how the man be in the West saying it's to cure everything. This is the real cure-all. Take a sip of that at night before I go to bed, a sip when I get up. Chill everything going. You see what I'm saying? But the key here is through the water or through the Coca-Cola. The Coke products, they say. So there's just some things, and all. Just going right ahead with some things also. Like I said, they took your girl out of Leah. Now the Daoud said that it's going to be Alicia Keys next. You see what I'm saying? Alicia Keys next. But the motherfucker getting the juice is Beyonce.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And you see what I'm saying? And I bought this poster with this big afro. I saw a big afro on a motherfucking Eldorado Cadillac. I said, I gotta have that shit there. That's my elf. But I've been noticing that it's a gold member, but she had on a gold suit on the poster. And she's standing in the middle with her legs wide open in this gun. So they were still trying to use that black woman's energy in the movie. That's the key. That's why in the movie The Men in Black, they said that the light of the world was what? A black woman. So you are the light of the world. So they dropping it. They bringing this stuff and they dropping this stuff as they go along. Now, let's see a few things here. Now, moving right along. The first thing here is dealing with this. Let's go into some couple of things to this Lavado mystery. I want to explain what this is and how this whole thing came about. Just trying to see if I got a few other notes that I gotta get here. First of all, the Satan mystery is the biggest joke. joke going. The Theosophical Society broke that shit years ago. Broke that stuff years ago. In so many words, the Satan is nothing just to get this shit out of me because everybody's still scared. You know, you turn your life over to this crap every day. You know what I'm saying? He does all kind of experiments on you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like this thing, they caught this Dr. Death in South Africa. This fool was talking about killing everything in South Africa, which they doing right now. And yet, he working for the CIA and the FBI. But yet we work with him every day, thinking we American and we turn our lives over him, but yet we scared of some old man in a red pitchfork.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And they are all on the thing. The Satan thing is nothing to wipe this thing out, to break this particular mystery. The only Satan there is the Kundalini energy. All that is nothing but hieroglyphic, symbolic mythology on the Kundalini energy. Theosophical Society has done a series of books on mythology, and basically they traced it back to that type of thing. The Kundalini energy. Another mystery was broken in Rudolf Steiner's book, if you could get it, Universe, Earth, and Man. In the particular book, because he had a lot of archives that they did from the Rosicrucians. And in a lot of his archives, another mystery that was broken, that the pineal gland, in his book Universe, Earth, and Man, used to be a mechanism or an organ that was also for fertility. So a woman could impregnate herself through the pineal gland. Well, that makes sense because the pineal gland is identical looking to the clitoris. You see what I'm saying? Is the clitoris. Push the button. The clitoris. So it's interesting, and so he talked about that in Universe, Earth, and Man, how they used to get pregnant through the pineal gland. So therefore it's the same. Well, it makes sense because the damn energy is coming off of the doggone brain. Now let's look at this, because there's other things that they need to ponder also, where they talk about in this book, Demons in the Inner World, Jungian psychology. In this particular, I can't think of the name of this guy, can't think of the name of this book, but in there they talk about why is it when people die, they start seeing these people in dreams. And if this is all an illusion, as they tell you in the Matrix, take it from the Sanskrit, we got it. That's just common in the metaphysical thing. Then where do the ancestors go when they die? And I said that they go and live inside of us. Well, let's just look at this. How do we incarnate? Sperm comes off of the brain, and the egg, and the sperm meets the egg, but the egg is a form of an incubation and all that too. And that becomes the person that you now see. So that right there is proof that obviously if we do a reincarnation, we must go back inside of each other. For the mere fact that we bring birth through the same process through humanity. You understand what I'm coming from here? So obviously, this metaphysical concept here, when they say where do they go, they say they become a part of you. And the Africans used to say, I am nothing but an extension of all the ancestors that went before me. Because the ancestors actually live in him. He is the ancestors returned. Well, your sperm is nothing but what? It's a human, in so many words. And it's inside of you. You see what I'm saying? So did it come down from the heaven as soon as you bust a nut? Or was it in the brain the whole time? And then again, that goes back to the other science of where is this particular kingdom? Is it microscopic organisms they call midichlorians in the movie Star Wars? Just talk about inside of you. This whole heaven is within inside of you, the whole celestial kingdom. So that whole birth process proves that. You see what I'm saying? Well, did the sperm come from heaven, or did it come out your brain, or come out your nuts? You see what I'm saying? These are advanced concepts. It's beautiful when you can take advanced scientific concepts and use shit like shit, ass, and nuts and stuff and explain that stuff on that level. That's some God-like stuff right there. That's why I do it. Taking advanced stuff that motherfuckers will pay $100 to go into some doggone workshop. You know what I'm saying? And I give it to you on this level, this rudimentary level. Cursing you out at the same damn time. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. All right. All right now. in so many words, I keep saying this over and over and over again because we're going to have to break this fear. Fear of the unknown. Satan. And Satan is nothing but the Kundalini energy inside of you. But what is Satan? Satan, the Kundalini energy, is equivalent to Jesus. It's one and the same. It's the same energy. Jesus coming with the healing in the wings. It's the same thing. You see what I mean? And I told you that Alvin Lloyd Kuhn said it in the Conference of Nicaea, in the Conference of Trent, and all those particular ones. They had to take the word Lucifer out of the text and reduce it down to 1 or 2 times because it was in there just as much. Because the people go, well, wait a minute, Lucifer, the light bringer. Then find out that we're talking about Christine or Christos concept, which is talking about Lucifer and Jesus is one and the same. You see what I'm saying? Just going back over this particular stuff here. But the Kundalini means the incarnation of the feminine, which is interesting here. Which is interesting here. The incarnation of the feminine. So the Kundalini energy is in both male and female, but it is the incarnation of the feminine. You understand what I'm saying? So in actuality, that proves, here again, this is coming from advanced chemical teachers, the cedar alchemy, that proves again that the spirit is feminine when they're saying that the actual Kundalini force is coming from the feminine, is the incarnation of the feminine. Now, to get that out of the way, let's go into this particular article of the day and this thing that has brought havoc on our lives since he came about. All right. To give you the scientific thing, we must do this, and I don't know what I did with the other piece of paper. It's in one of the, let me see if I can find it. It's in one of my notebooks and stuff. Y'all all right? Let's get in this Lavado thing. Here it is. All right. As we said, Discover Magazine, November 1998, the black hole in the middle of the Milky Way. 9/11, 2001, last year. They say October, but the magazine comes out a month before in September. Face to face with the black hole in our particular universe. And we made references to the people that said at 9/11, they saw something different. They saw a porthole open up. And these entities come through. But we're talking about this particular black hole. Alright. July, Discover Magazine. This year, they're still fucking around with these black holes. July this year. So what are they saying? You see what I'm saying? About the black hole. July, Discover Magazine, July of 2002. They're still dealing with that. Moving right along. Time Magazine, How the Universe Will End. So now this ain't just some crazy shit. These is your big old white folks. These the white motherfuckers that you say is the authority. The motherfuckers you love and you say, I don't believe shit a goddamn nigga say. I want a white doctor. I want a white scientist. We know what white folks say. How the universe will end. So this is good because we put this thing to kick niggas in the ass that don't want to believe nothing. This is real deal stuff here. This Time Magazine is August the 15th, 2001. We just recap. These are just things that just keep you doing this stuff. Well, this stuff has become a reality. It's not just a theory. You understand what I'm saying? It's not just a theory. This is a reality about us being in the damn black hole. All right, now let's trace this black hole down to some ultimate war engine and some medicine and some stuff that we can do with some kick ass. Because why y'all scared of Bush and all the motherfuckers there, they scared of us. Right. They scared of us. Now, to break into this thing, I got to give you a bit of history. Now, here go the book, The Zelator, by Mark Hetzel. The Zelator, Zelator, The Zelator by Mark Hetzel, Shedsel. And in here, in one of his biographical notes, where he's making reference to that we must hook up with some black Masonic group in America. You're not talking about the Prince Hall, driving the driving cab, eating fish sandwiches, and the elves, which is a bunch of punks. You're not talking about them old, Bojangles niggas there and stuff. He ain't talking about that shit. You see what I'm saying? He's talking about the black people who could come in to learn who they were in the last 14 years, learning that you Egyptians, learning that you more, some type of alternative thing other than, you need Jesus. That kind of stuff. And stuff like that. Some type of alternative thing. You see what I'm saying? That's what they're talking about. See, that's what they're talking about. And so this guy said, these are the people. Now, remember Carol Quigley, which is Steve Copeland always talk about Carol Quigley. That's the man that wrote, he said that about this Illuminati and these New World Order and all this type of stuff. He said that our only hope of getting up out of this shit is the urban black person. Now, tracing this stuff, it goes all the way back to the part on the internet where the white group, we talked about, I read that all last year, where the white group said that the Africans in America are the heirs to the earth. But they were just talking about the ones who were privy to this particular information. So when he makes it, he said we got to hook up with some type of group. And then that's what started happening to me. You know, white boy, I got introduced to some white boy. You know, I'm always incognito. I don't know shit around. You know what I'm saying? I might goddamn color jig and buck dance, flip, do some somersaults and shit. You know what I'm saying? I might jump on a goddamn banjo with them motherfuckers. I'm always incognito. People, once I got hanging around, he said, damn man, you real nice to them white folks, man. I said, ain't that a bitch? You know what I'm saying? I said, I'm incognito. I said, ain't that the way it is with them? Yeah. Remember I told you that I went to a UFO conference out in Chamblee back in '92. And I was working up in Stephen, and the Pepsi Cola man used to come and hook up the Pepsi